Hello, one and all, and welcome to my review of last night's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Last night's pay-per-view took place live from the Staples Center in Los Angeles, and it was a show that I didn't have too high of expectations going in. However, once the eventual show played out, the pay-per-view played out, it definitely exceeded my expectations. So with that, let's get into the show. The pre-show saw Rusev, King Barrett, and Sheamus teaming up to take on Neville, Dolph Ziggler, and Cesaro. I did not watch this match, so I cannot tell you, what I thought of it, if it was a good match or not. But from what I read, it was a good match, a good pre-show match. And Ziggler, Cesaro, and Neville got the pinfall after Neville hit the red arrow on King Barrett. So the good thing was Neville got the pin, and he desperately needed it. So that was the pre-show match. Now let's get into the actual card for this show. And we had our United States Championship Open Challenge up first. John Cena made his way to the ring, and everybody's wondering who would the next challenger be for his U.S. title. And then we had Zeb Coulter come to the ring, and I'm thinking, okay, does this mean Jack Swagger? Really? He's going to be the big announcement for the U.S. title match? And then, wouldn't you know it, Alberto Del Rio's music hit, and he returned, and he actually got a pretty nice pop from the crowd. I was caught off guard. I wasn't too excited because I never was the biggest Alberto Del Rio fan. But I am willing to give it a chance and see where they go with this. It's definitely interesting seeing, the anti-immigration, proud American Zeb Coulter aligned with Alberto Del Rio. And I'm interested to see how they will explain this on Raw tonight. So it was definitely a surprise. I did not see Del Rio returning. I heard rumblings that he was interested in returning, but I didn't expect him to return tonight at Hell in a Cell. And him and Cena had a pretty good opening match. And I was surprised that Del Rio hit Cena with the kick, and he got the U.S. title by beating Cena clean. I mean, very rarely do you see Cena lose clean, and I guess since he's on the way out for 2 months, you won't see him. Yeah, I knew he was going to lose. I was just surprised he was going to even lose clean. So Del Rio got is your new United States champion, and we'll definitely see where it goes from here. So definitely a big way to kick off the pay-per-view with a surprise. Then we had a very good match, possibly the second best match on this card. It was Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt inside Hell in a Cell. And these guys really, they got a lot of time, and I really felt they made the most of it. They used a lot of tables. The sixth spot was when Reigns speared Wyatt off the ring apron onto the table. That looked like it really hurt. Another nice spot was when Wyatt set up 2 kendo sticks. He jammed them into the ring post, and then it looked like he was gonna smack Reigns' face off of it. But then Reigns countered and was able to hit Wyatt off of it, and then he was able to hit the spear and get the pinfall. So Reigns beat Bray Wyatt, but these guys really put on a great match. I knew they were going to be able to have a good match if they were given enough time, and despite no blood, this was still a very good, ruthless match. They used a lot of the kendo sticks, like I said, a couple tables. This is a perfect environment, if any, for Bray Wyatt. It is Hell in a Cell. It really fits his character. And I was hoping for him to get the win. However, he dominated Reigns for a good majority of this match. So I was okay with Reigns winning, especially considering what happened at the end of the show. But, Reigns got the win. He's going to be moving on from here, and it'll be interesting to see where he goes next. And we'll know where Bray Wyatt's going by the end of this review. So Reigns gets the win via the spear, via pinfall. Then we had the New Day taking on the Dudley Boys for the WWE Tag Team Championships. This was an okay match. The problem was, I've seen these guys face off way too many times, so it doesn't make it feel special. Now, however, there was one part of the match that I really liked. You know, things were going on as it was. You know, guys were making tags and, you know, hitting their moves. And then there was this, it was a tribute to Eddie Guerrero when Kingston made it seem like he was hit with the trombone, so the ref's back was turned. He threw it to Bubba, and he tried to get the ref to, you know, disqualify the Dudley Boys for using the trombone, even though they didn't use it. However, the ref didn't buy for this, and the match continued. And then Big E, with the ref's back, you know, not seeing what happened, hit Devon with the Bubba Ray with the trombone, and Kingston was able to hit Trouble in Paradise. So New Day retains in a kind of hokey fashion. Heels cheat to win, so I definitely see this feud continuing, and I'm hoping they're going to do a tables match at Survivor Series, because I was hoping they were going to do it here, but seeing how it was laid out, the match, and how it ended, and how there is a need to have another match, I definitely see that happening at Survivor Series, so definitely have to make a predictions video for that, for the card. So, yeah, New Day wins. They retain their tag team championships. Then we had a match that really surprised me. It was really good. Nikki Bella versus Charlotte. This was a much better match than I had expectations for. Charlotte and Nikki really put on a good match. They were given enough time once again. And one part of the match, Charlotte and Nikki went into the crowd, and then they got back out. And, you know, Nikki, throughout this match, made sure to focus on Charlotte's back, which she made sure to target. And that would come into play later, because when Charlotte attempted to lock in the figure 8, she couldn't do it because she couldn't arch her back. So that was smart thinking, smart psychology by Nikki to focus on the back to stop Charlotte from locking in her signature move. And it definitely made me think, well, maybe Nikki might win the title. There were definitely moments throughout this match that I thought that was going to happen. And, you know, these girls, they went back and forth, and it looked like it could have went either way. But eventually, Charlotte was able to get a comeback going, and she was able to eventually hit her spear after miscommunication by Nikki, and then she was finally able to hit the figure 8 and make Nikki submit. So Charlotte retained her Divas Championship. The right person won. And then afterwards, Team PCB, apparently they're together again. I have no idea why. I thought Paige split up from them, but they're all in the ring together celebrating. So I'm curious to see where they go next with Charlotte. I would like to see a feud with Paige. Or Becky Lynch. That would be great. Can we just split them up and stop the team crap? Or Sasha Banks, although I think you should save that match for WrestleMania. But, yeah, this was a much better match than I was expecting, and props to both of these women. They put on a good match. What was not a good match was up next. It was a match that I don't remember much from. It was Seth Rollins versus Kane for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. If Kane lost, Corporate Kane would be fired as the Director of Operations. To cut to the short story, this match was not good. I did not care about it at all. They had, if you saw their match probably on Raw 2 weeks ago, you probably, you know, it was the same match here. Nobody really cared. I mean, I didn't think Kane was going to win anyways. One spot of the match that I do remember is when Rollins tried to powerbomb Kane through the announce table, but the table did not break. It fell over, so that kind of hurt the match. However, it was nice to see the champion actually get another win, and it was clean. Rollins, you know, hit the frog splash, and then he hit the pedigree to get the win over Kane. So thank God this feud is hopefully finally over, and we can move on to something better for Seth Rollins to do, you know, we'll see what they have planned for Survivor Series. But I'm glad he beat Kane. Didn't really need to see this match, but just overall, I'm glad it's over with. So this was definitely the low point of the show for me. Yeah. Then we had Kevin Owens versus Ryback for the Intercontinental Championship. Disappointed with this match because, not blaming the guys, it really was a rushed match. They didn't have much time to work with as they did at Night of Champions, so their match last month was a hell of a lot better than this. Ryback and Owens slugged it out, and the same way that Owens beat Ryback at Night of Champions, with a rake to the eye, hit him in the eyes, and Kevin Owens was able to hit the pop-up powerbomb for the win, so the right guy won and retained his Intercontinental Championship, but there isn't much to be said about this match. It really wasn't nothing special. And definitely, if you want to check out the better match between the two, check out their Night of Champions match, which I thought was a lot better. There was a story told, psychology. This match just didn't really have any of that. So it was definitely a disappointment and one of the less favorable matches that I saw on this show. Then we have the match we all wanted to see. The main event, Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker inside Hell in a Cell. And the video package hit. I'm getting pumped. Lesnar comes out. I'm pumped. Taker's music hits. Always pumped for that. Then these guys get inside that Hell in a Cell. And right off the bat, Brock gets hit into the ring post, and he's gushing buckets of blood. It was pretty nasty. He got apparently cut open, busted open the hard way. And eventually, later on in the match, Undertaker would get busted open, and Brock was hitting him mercifully with that chair, that steel chair. Looked like Taker almost took a chair shot to the head, but he was able to block it. Let's see, what else? It was a brutal, brutal match. Brock, of course, hit Taker with, I think, 5 German suplexes, so Undertaker definitely went to Suplex City. And, what else? Lesnar tried to lock in, Taker tried to lock in Lesnar into Hell's Gate. However, Lesnar was able to counter out of that. And eventually, he hit him with, I think, 2... or was it 3 F5s throughout the match? I think it was 3 F5s. Sorry if I got that number wrong. But that wasn't enough. And then Brock begins to tear off the ring canvas and pull up the exposed wood. However, Undertaker chokeslammed Lesnar onto the exposed wood. That was sick. And then he hit a tombstone piledriver on the exposed wood. However, Lesnar was able to counter out of this, and then immediately he hit Undertaker with an F5 on the exposed wood to beat The Undertaker and end this feud as the victor. So the right guy won. Great match. One of the best matches this year. And then at the end, Taker's getting this great standing ovation. He deserves it. One of the greatest of all time. And it went for a good 5 minutes. And I was like, damn, I respect The Undertaker so much. Thank you, Taker, for everything. This could have been his last match. It's obviously not going to be, but if it was, what a great way to go out with a great reaction. And then, just as he's about to get down and do the signature Undertaker pose, the Wyatt family's music hits. And I'm so shocked. I'm like, what? The Wyatt family? Bray Wyatt leads the family down to the ring. They encircle the ring. And then they begin to attack and decimate The Undertaker. After that great standing ovation. And they beat The Undertaker down. It was a sick, twisted, brutal beating. It was awesome. I didn't see it coming. But it makes sense. Wyatt is hungry for revenge after losing at WrestleMania 31. Last time he went alone. This time he has the whole family with him. So the dynamics have changed. And they beat Undertaker down. Beat him down pretty bad. He was hurt after this match. Then they picked him up, carried him out in a crucifixion-like pose, And that's how the pay-per-view ended. Wow, what a hook. What a way to get me to watch Raw, because I wasn't planning on watching tonight. But I will definitely be watching Raw tonight to see what happens next. So yeah, Hell in a Cell overall, I'm going to give it a B+. This was a good show. Definitely better than expectations were led to believe. So I'm glad WWE was able to pull off and put on a good show. And that's all we ask for, good shows every week. Same with Raw, same with SmackDown, doesn't matter. Just put on a good quality show. We know you can do it. You have the talent. Just do it. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Hell in a Cell. Join me tomorrow morning. I will have my Raw review. And also be on the lookout for my NXT review this week as well. And I will be attempting to be making my Survivor Series card predictions video coming up sometime later within the next 2 weeks as well. So you have that to look forward to. And with that, please click that like and subscribe button if you want to see more videos on this channel. And thank you everyone who watches these videos. I really appreciate it. And with that, I am out. Peace.